I just want to, when a political candidate comes up with what I think is a good idea, I have to call it a good idea. And a $50,000 tax cut for small, not tax cut, but a tax credit for startups, for small businesses, coupled with less red tape. I got to say, that is a good idea, regardless of our other tax ideas.
All right. Fox Business host Stuart Varney with that praise yesterday for Kamala Harris's small business tax credit plan. Under her proposal, tax deductions would dramatically increase from $5,000 to $50,000 for small businesses' startup expenses. And joining us now, we have Colorado's Democratic Governor, Jared Polis. He's also chair of the National Governors Association. But for the purposes of this conversation, you yourself started up some businesses that started as small businesses. What do you think of the Harris plan?
Well, I think it's really exciting. As a former entrepreneur myself, and before I got into public service, I started several companies. It's really a big deal to see a potential president talk about entrepreneurship and risk-taking in a positive way, and not just aspirationally, 25 million new businesses, what an exciting goal for our country, but to say very tangibly, instead of a $5,000 startup deduction, which who can start a business for $5,000 anymore, $50,000 startup deduction, making it easier to get into federal and government contracting, cutting red tape, easier to start a business. This is a real exciting agenda that I think the entrepreneurs, risk takers, dreamers of America can really get behind.
Governor, in terms of growing businesses or starting new businesses, you have two programs that were mentioned here in the notes we have, Patriot Boot Camp and Techstars. Tell us about that and the impact it can have on not just specifically veterans, the impact it can have on people starting up new businesses.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So Patriot Boot Camp, nonprofit, working with veterans to help give them the skills they need to be entrepreneurs. Techstars, which I co-founded and has spread across a number of cities more than a decade ago. Also a hands-on academy, if you will, 3 months on site, developing the skills to raise the capital to grow your company. Again, tomorrow's small garage, today's small garage startup can be tomorrow's 1,000-person company. That's really what Kamala Harris gets, and making it easier to take risks to start companies, saving people money on health care, making housing more affordable, reducing the cost of starting a new business, enlarging the tax deduction for startups. These are all the types of things that can help new businesses get off the ground. And I'm excited that there's great programs like Patriot Boot Camp on the nonprofit side, like Techstars and others on the for-profit side, that are also making sure that especially first-generation entrepreneurs are getting the skills they need to raise capital and scale their companies.
Governor, isn't this also a real sense of really giving us clarity on the concerns of both candidates with Vice President Harris and Donald Trump? Donald Trump, who gave a tax break to billionaires and trillionaires, and she's coming in with her economic proposals for the man and woman that wants to start a business getting a $50,000 tax credit to get started. Isn't it showing the contrast of which side of the American public and those that want to engage in business that you're going to give priority to?
Look, you look at some of the big multinational corporations, some of them are effectively paying close to 0% tax because of their clever overseas structures. We need to crack down on those loopholes and stop putting the small business person, the entrepreneur, at a disadvantage. I think what Kamala Harris wants to do is level the playing field to expand the opportunity economy, to make sure that anybody with a great idea in our country has less barriers to start and grow their own company. If they play by the rules and work hard, you can get ahead in the United States.
Democratic Governor Jared Polis of Colorado, thank you very much for coming on the show this morning.